I know it's been a little bit, so we got quite a bit to catch up on here on this brand new episode of Co-Angler's Corner. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Frugal Muse Studios for this brand new episode of Co-Angler's Corner, brought to you by Olson Home Theater. I'm Russell Olson. Today on the show, as I started from the top, we've got a lot of catching up to do here. I know it's been a while since I've had the show, just been busy, life, stuff like that. Start off what I've been up to, of course, working my business, I work a full-time job. Just kind of, starting to get ready for the season. One of the things that I've been doing a lot, fishing wise here and there, is been some equipment upgrades. I've been, last year I upgraded to starting to use, Seaguar fishing line. I know a lot of people like that. It's pricey, but it's been pretty good for me. So I'm going to be, continuing to stick with it this year. I like the fact that with the InvizX, you can actually get it in one of the little bit bigger spools. I'd really like to see them start to do that with the BrazeX too. It's just nice to have that in bulk. Yeah, again, it's a little pricey, but for me, it lasts me a while. So I'm okay with that. Been obviously trying to upgrade my baits and hopefully better plastics. Now I unfortunately did not get a chance to get out to the fishing expo this year. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo. I was actually in New Orleans this year over that time. It was a great experience. I got to experience like Pontchartrain. I'll get back to that in a little bit as I start to catch up here. I was just talking about equipment upgrades. Been getting some new reels. Now, one thing, when you grease your reels, don't overdo it with the grease. I committed a real ID10 error with some of my good reels. It's just some of my over grease, and now they don't want to cast right and stuff, so that's kind of forced me to get some new reels and stuff. Actually, you know what? I can actually do an unboxing here. My first unboxing here on Co-Angler's Corner. Let's see what we got here. Get it out here. I'm guessing you can probably guess what this is, being in this kind of packaging. Trying to get all the tape off here. Good night. Red Green must have taped this thing together. Like I said, y'all can probably figure out what this is to a certain extent, but I'm not going to give you the details until I can get it open. I got the cap off. Probably. Oh. Yeah. Uh-oh. I suppose this is going to be interesting trying to get this out of here. And this is in the studio here. It's a 7-foot rod. Oh, even got a rod sock with it. Oh, there we go. Sorry about the big bang. I actually got this like a week or so ago. First chance to get this open. Brand new Vexen flip stick. This is really nice. Oh yeah. Like I said, very first unboxing here on the show. As I get more equipment, or more upgraded equipment, I might do more of these. There we go. Everything's in good order here so far. Definitely can't complain about shipping. They got it out to me actually fairly quick after I ordered it. Again. All right. So I don't remember if I mentioned that. This is going to be actually my good flipping stick this year. This is the what's the model on this? I forget. This is the V7H-C 7-foot 7-foot, up to 65-pound braid. Just the ideal stick to flip a Yo Mama or something in there, and that cover, you just feel that little bite, and you go wham, and you got to really lay into those fish in that heavy cover to get them out. And this is the Sherman tank right here. This will get them out. Absolutely beautiful rod. And I've actually been using Vexen stuff for a while now. And I'm not sponsored by them, but I've had pretty good luck with them. Actually, a couple of my real good friends, Jim Riddle and Mike Etzel, which actually Mike's actually on Vexen Pro staff, introduced Vexen to me when I was up at their shop up in Ladysmith, Flambeau Outfitters, and I've been trying to get them ever since. One of the things that turned me on to them is what they were doing is when you buy a rod, so much, they donate a small amount to charity, which actually falls right in line with the values of my business. So, yeah, this thing's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Whoop. But yeah, this is a flip stick. This is one for you're fishing heavy mats and they're not wanting to bite a frog. This is for when you got to go in after. This is a type of rod right here that you need to horse them out, horse a big 5-pounder out of that Mississippi River, which will be fishing 3 times again this year. But yeah, I've been, and I got a reel for it. I actually have a Lew's reel for it that I've been using Lew's reels and Vexen recently. Don't get me wrong, I've had good luck with my Quantums too, but I've been using Vexen and Lew's. Especially Vexen reels, I mean, they're really good for the price. I don't backlash a lot with them, which is nice, obviously. Can't catch a fish if you're spending all day picking backlashes out. So yeah, we're gonna probably pretty soon here start to get this puppy ready to go. But yeah, so that's the deal with equipment upgrades. Yeah, especially now, but it's been the case for a long time. You know, this tournament grade equipment is not cheap, and I know it's hard. I mean, my situation's getting better, thank goodness. But I know there's a lot of you out there that was in my position for one reason or another, that especially when you first get started, financially this can be a struggle. Yeah, and I get it. You just have to do with what you can with what you got. At this point, you know, I'm probably going to have people disagree with me here, but I feel like you really want to get, I mean, you don't want to get junk reel by any means, but I would trade right now. You know, like I said, I've been able to upgrade a lot of my equipment, but if I had to, if I was starting this right now and had to choose a happy medium for everything, I would go with a little bit higher level rod. Now, you don't need, in my opinion, you know, especially if you're starting out or struggling financially, you know, whatever the case may be, you don't have to buy a $300 St. Croix rod. A lot of my rods are, I would say, are between $100 to $150 range, as far as ones I've upgraded to. Now, if you have to choose between a little bit higher rod and a little bit higher reel, I would say a little bit higher in rod and maybe a mid-level reel. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm probably going to have tons of people that don't agree with that, and that's fine. Just kind of learning over the years. Just and look for deals too. Try some, you know, try various, if you can, and you're going to need to anyway, potentially anyway, because you're going to have more than one rod and reel. See if you can try a few different ones, and see if they work for you. Like I said, Vexens have had good luck with, and I've had some, you know, some really good lower cost Lew's too. And like I said, the Vexens, like I said, and Lew's, actually both of them, but it seems like with the Vexens as well, like I said, I rarely backlash them. Now, you gotta remember, make sure your settings are right, because even with $1,000 reel, if you don't have it set right, you're gonna backlash. But like I said, for me, I think it's very important to have you know, like I said, you don't have to spend $300 on rods a piece, but like I said, the top end for me has been working out. Has been anywhere from 100 to 150, and I've got a few that are less than that. This is, I'll give you an example here. This is the Vexen's bass rod. That's like one of their top tiers. I think they do have a tier above this now, but this has been like a real if not top tier, close to top tier rod for them. But they've also got a line of rods called Strikeback, which I don't remember how much I paid the last time I got one, but we're cheaper than that, and they've been good rods. As long as you don't accidentally slam a tonneau cover on them. I don't care what rod you have. If you slam a tonneau cover or close close the back of a truck on them, like Bill Dance did in one of his blooper videos, you're gonna break the thing. But yeah, as long as you take care of them, and they're gonna treat you right. I had was it 2 years ago now? I caught that big 4-pounder out in Lake Winnebago. That thing had my drop shot rod like this. Like when the fish was under the boat. I mean, that thing was almost bent 180, and it took the punishment. I don't recommend letting a fish bend it that far. I usually prefer to keep it about 90 degrees, just to get for the right tension and everything. But yeah, these Vexen rods, they can take the punishment. So you know, especially if you're anywhere near the Ladysmith, Wisconsin area, check out my buddies out at Flambeau Outfitters. They'll take care of you. So outside of fishing, just the usual grind. But as I touched on a moment ago, I went to New Orleans over Mardi Gras, which was a fantastic experience. Just start off driving down, I forget what road it is that connects to Highway 10 on the north part of New Orleans, or northern suburbs of New Orleans. I got to see Lake Pontchartrain, and that was an experience. I'll probably end up fishing that lake someday, hopefully. Man, but that was an experience. I did all the Mardi Gras stuff on Fat Tuesday. The food down there was just absolutely just fan-freaking-tastic. I think there was only like, once we got into New Orleans, the whole time we were there, I think there's only once or twice that we ate there that wasn't pre-order catered. As far as the food down there, I was all about the New Orleans the cuisine down there. I was all about that. And then some of the other stuff we got to do a swamp tour. That was fantastic. We got a guy who had some marshmallows. He was throwing out the marshmallows, and the little gators there. I don't know, maybe 3 foot. I don't remember. Maybe they're a little bigger than that, but they weren't very big. But it was just neat seeing them come up to the boat and have the guy feed them marshmallows. That was great. When I was down there, I was wishing I was on a bass boat, flipping in all the wood and stuff in the. I think it was in. I forget exactly where it's called. Where we're at. I could look it up, but that was a great experience. And we went to Audubon Zoo. They had this section of it. My biggest memory of that is they had a section of the zoo that was the swamp. I kept telling my wife they had a bunch of mats and stuff. I kept telling my wife, I wish I had a Fat Matt Daddy with me. Toss that in there. Yeah, it's me. And then when we saw on our way out from that section of the zoo, We had like 4 or 5 gators. The alligators just have the most mischievous look on their face. They're like, "Hello, why don't you come down here and visit me? I swear I'm not gonna eat you. I swear." They just have that up to no good grin on them. It's absolutely great. I got all kinds of pictures between my Facebook, and my Instagram. I got tons of pictures. Actually, I got a ton I need to put up too. That I haven't. So and then we were out at. We probably ended up on Bourbon Street probably about 4 or 5 times. Just at the end of the day, we're out seeing stuff. We've seen that big cathedral that everybody talks about out there. We took a riverboat tour on the Mississippi River. That was pretty awesome. Man, that part of the river was stained. That was stained. Where we're at, I don't think would be the greatest fishing on the river, but who knows? But yeah, it was really neat. We took it at night too, so the city lights were just beautiful. So yeah, if you ever never been down there, I would recommend going. So yeah, just that was just outside of fishing, stuff. That was kind of the highlight of my winter. So I'm just looking forward to the season. I'll be honest, getting a little bit of cabin fever here. Just yeah, especially after coming back from New Orleans, because it was 70s and 80s that whole week out there. It was so hard to come home. I almost wish I had a bass boat and place to stay and just stay there. But the winter's coming to an end here. My first tournament is going to be on La Crosse at the end of the month here. So that's going to come up before I know it. Still got a few things to pick up. Need to stock up some line. Still kind of determine what I need for baits this year. I'm planning on getting that accomplished this week. Get my orders in. Get all ready to go. I've probably stated this in the past, but usually that first tournament, especially with it kind of still being cold a lot up until that time, kind of catches up to me a little bit, and I'm trying to avoid that this year. So last I looked, the weather is supposed to be decent, but of course that was a month outlook, and that was last time I looked at it was probably either before or just after we got back from New Orleans. So I'll be looking at that, starting to look at what they predict the river levels are going to be. If it was warm and high, that might work out, because that might hopefully push the fish up shallow. So, but I got, really I'll have stuff that seems to work on that river wherever we end up going. Probably don't think a frog will play too much in it. Obviously, that'll be way too early for mats to be up. I will be kind of looking forward to, of course, our Winter Connie tournament, I believe, is in June. So, hope we get to go to Bago again this year. I love that place. Freaking Lake Winnebago is awesome. Yeah, there's good fishing when you head north out of Winneconne, but Bago. In my mind, if you're fishing to win, you're going to Bago. Trying to go after those big smallies down there. Now I know, what was it? Forget. Last time MLF was down there for their championship. I know the smallmouth weren't exactly cooperating that much, and that happens. But I still think if you're looking to win, you go to Bago. But what do I know? I'm calling her. No, just being funny. But seriously, I'm really looking forward to that tournament. The May tournament is again going to be in La Crosse, so we may hit that one around the spawn, maybe. Like I said, I'll just have to see, and we'll just have to see how things go here. That would be, it'd be cool to do a little sight fishing with the old Wileys. So, and then July they're taking off because they want to avoid that 3 fish period during the main part of the summer, which I wish the Wisconsin DNR would do away with during tournaments. Because I mean, they don't do that to just people out fun fishing, and we do everything we can to take care of those fish. So I mean, I personally do everything and make sure me personally have my own bottle of G Juice or Rejuvenate or something like that with me. Like I said, we want to take care of those fish. So after the June one, the August tournament, I believe is in Prairie du Chien, and then we finished the season again in La Crosse for the Super Tournament. This year's regional, Lake of the Ozarks. Never been there. I'm excited to go. When I've told other people about this, their eyes seem to light up too. So I'm stoked. I really want to do well this year. Hopefully, some of the equipment and bait upgrades I've done will help me get there. I just have to execute. That's the whole deal. So that is pretty much what I have for the show today. Like I said, I've had a lot to talk about, not just fishing and not fishing related. So I do want to, well, first of all, actually, one thing I almost forgot. I want to congratulate Jeff Gustafson on winning the Bassmaster Classic. I was watching some of the coverage over the weekend, and on excuse me, on day 3, that place fished tough. I mean, there was several guys in the championship day that did not bring in a limit. So if you're a boater at that level and you're not bringing in a limit, that place it can fish tough down in Tennessee. So along with that, I'm actually planning to have a little bit more, just a few quick spots of news. Hopefully some more spotlight bait segments, and get back to putting these on more regular. Maybe some more Coingos Corner extras on on YouTube. I do them once in a while on Facebook, but I should probably actually include those more in YouTube as well. But really looking forward to the season. Great seeing you guys all again, and good luck on the water, and go get 'em.